It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the morning edition for Wednesday, December 17th. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather stays cool and dry today. Rain moves in here about the time the weekend begins. And what about the weather for Christmas? Love this time of the year. Always a fun forecast. Let's go in there and take a look. A lot of things to talk about. We'll start with the water vapor satellite view across the nation early this morning at the insane hour of 5 o'clock. You can see shortwave energy over the southwest United States. Subtropical jet stream pushing moisture up into Texas. And all of that will bring that next chance of rain as the week wraps up, the work week. Starting off the day with 30s for the most part around here. Birmingham, one of the colder spots at 33. We'll expect a high today between 50 and 55. Just a little below average for this time of the year. Around the nation, very cold air nosing down into the Dakotas and Minnesota, but that's going to stay north of us. Our temperatures will stay pretty close to average levels through early next week. There's the watch warning map. We've got winter weather advisories for parts of Kansas and Missouri. And back in the southwest United States, around Flagstaff, Arizona, where they're going to see some snow today and tonight. But much of the nation is pretty quiet. This is the Day 3 convective outlook. This is valid Friday and Friday night. A marginal risk of severe weather near the Gulf Coast. That would include Houston, New Orleans, Mobile, Gulf Shores, and Destin. Pretty impressive storm coming in here. Of course, the big question mark is the instability. But the surface low trajectory would suggest if we have any severe weather, more than likely it's going to be close to the Gulf Coast. And even there, as you can see here, it's a marginal threat. This way, no severe weather expected. Overall rain for the next 5 days. This is valid through Monday morning of next week. The bigger numbers to the west. Jackson, Mississippi may be getting 3 inches with this thing. For us, amounts should be close to 1 inch. And, of course, the bulk of this is going to come late Friday, Friday night, and Saturday morning. All right, model fans, let's go in there and take a look what we've got. This is the GFS, the 06Z run, valid today at noon. And this is at 500 millibars. You can see troughing back in the southwest. But for us, a nice, cool, dry day today. And again, I would say the high will be between 50 and 55 for most places with a pretty decent amount of sunshine through high clouds. This is tomorrow. Moisture starts to increase, and you might argue to mention a slight chance of a shower, but the air is so dry, most places will not see any rain. A mix of sun and clouds with a high in the middle 50s. This is Friday. Here comes the shortwave over Texas and Oklahoma. Down below that, a broad surface low begins to form around Houston, and rain breaks out to the west of the state. That rain will probably start to creep in here Friday afternoon. This is Friday night at midnight, coming off the new high-resolution parallel GFS model. The surface low is around New Orleans, and a good rain should be falling. This ought to be a soaking rain for us Friday night. This is Saturday at noon. The broad surface low is over the Florida Panhandle. The rain begins to taper off. Looks like the core of the rain will be Friday night into Saturday morning. And then by Saturday evening at 6 o'clock, it's out of here. And just maybe a few peaks of sunshine by Saturday afternoon. And the highs will stay in the 50s. There's no cold air involved in this thing. So a lot of rain as the weekend begins. But again, we'd say rain ending by midday Saturday. Sunday will be a dry day and a pretty comfortable day. This would suggest a high in the upper 50s. The sky partly sunny. And if you're traveling, there's a look at the national scene there. Maybe the nastiest weather is back in the northwest United States. But let's go through Christmas week. What do you say? This is Monday. We stay dry. And again, upper 50s are likely. Very comfortable day. Oh, but here comes a cold front on Tuesday. This is Tuesday at noon. And this is suggesting a batch of showers will move in here Tuesday. This is 6 o'clock Tuesday evening. And again, this is back off the new higher resolution parallel GFS model, kind of run alongside the current operational model. This is showing a pretty good batch of showers coming in here Tuesday evening. So we're going to mention that in our forecast. This is Tuesday night at midnight. The rain beginning to end over northwest Alabama. And this is Wednesday, Christmas Eve. And ooh, look at that. This is suggesting maybe a few flurries over the northern quarter of Alabama. Come on now. This is the synoptic look, and Again, you can see wraparound moisture coming around the storm east of the state. And, of course, understand, this is not a white Christmas deal. This is just a snowflake or two. The moisture is going to be totally drained. And the thickness values are very low, but this is not cross-polar flow type air. This is more modified Arctic air. No doubt it's going to be colder on Christmas Eve. Here's a look at the projected temperatures at 12 noon Christmas Eve, Wednesday of next week, coming off the European. It's got Birmingham at 44, Tuscaloosa 45, mostly mid-40s around here. And we'll go that way in the forecast. We note up in the Tennessee Valley, highs maybe only in the upper 30s to near 40. So a pretty good change to colder air Christmas Eve. This is not, again, true Arctic air, but it will be colder. And I think that's great. I think it ought to feel cold at Christmas. And this is Christmas Day, December 25th, and just looks cool and dry. And if this is right, the high would be around 50. We start the day probably down in the mid to upper 20s. And I just think that's great Christmas weather. Just for the fun of it, this is a look at the projected snow cover off the GFS. And this is valid Christmas morning at 6 a.m. And yeah, we see that little gray up there in the Tennessee Valley, but again, that's for the flurries that might happen Christmas Eve. Nothing to get excited about. To get snow on the ground, more than likely you need to go up in the mountains of, like West Virginia, snowshoe. They should see snow, obviously. And up north, maybe some snow down for parts of Wisconsin, Michigan, Minnesota, the Dakotas. But again, for now, it looks like Christmas Day for us will be kind of cool, maybe cold and dry. All right, let's go out to the next day, December 26th. Again, big troughing in the east and another surge of cold air coming in. The following day, a reinforcing surge. And again, this is not the true cross-polar type air mass, but just nice and chilly and brisk. We'll check New Year's Eve, December 31st. Now, this is voodoo here, but it's got a big surface low down in the Gulf and a big rain event here. And then on New Year's Day, January 1st, 2015, we've got, ridging over the upper Midwest, a trough in the Gulf, and that system begins to exit out of here, but this will change. Here's a look at temperatures coming off the ensembles through the next 15 days. You can see the colder shot there next week around Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with highs dropping back in the 40s. So generally speaking, temperatures at or just below average values for the rest of the month. And here's the deal. This is the Arctic Oscillation. Until that thing goes negative, we're not going to have this cross-polar air coming in from Siberia. It stays positive. And the NAO stays positive. So, yes, it clearly can turn colder with this, but getting the bitterly cold air would be fairly hard to do. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream of the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.